Oh, girl, so good to have you back.
It's
always
good to
so
be back.
I know, we love having you come on and hang out with us and just chat and chat, and it's cool.
It's like I never left.
It really is. It really is.
The last time I watched your one of your lives, you mentioned UV blue. And I was just like, UV blue equals Utica.
It does. But wait, did you ever try the other ones? Did you ever try like the UV? There was a purple and then there was a red. There was only
Smart.
UV blue.
Only UV blue. Go for the OG.
Yes. So we would
whoa, not we. Oh, I thought you said we did UV blue because I did not do UV blue.
No. So when we would go out, we, not Garrett, but everybody else we would drink UV blue. But the problem was because we were all drinking it, they would be out of it much faster. So then we would go to the purple because we're like, okay, similar colors. Makes sense. But then there was one night where we went through the blue and the purple. So we had to do red. And red dye does not work well with me. And I got very, very sick. So anything red now, I'm like,
nope.
I can still taste Burnett's and red Gatorade on the way up. I can still taste it. It's disgusting.
So nothing red.
No.
At all. Ugh. Nope.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, we got her back on the show. It's cool. I knew you guys would be excited. I'm seeing some familiar faces as always. Jody Lynn, what's up, lady? Love you. I'm just gonna refer to you the same way that suck on these nuts. What's up? I don't know where Caleb is. Caleb's I'm sorry.
Big
like
question.
maybe I did catfish y'all, but like he's not. I mean, I can send him a link for later, but like I don't think I think he has stuff to do. And then also like Lauren, you're going live later too, so I think he has to rest up and
I know
and get ready.
Because he's consistently in the chat, so he needs like downtime right now.
I just love that because she was telling me because I wasn't able to catch this particular stream or whatever that you had, and when she told me about it, I was like, wait. She didn't realize. So you got to tell us, like, how didn't you realize, or were you just like, hey,
can I tell you?
Anybody can be there.
I had watched a lot of them, and I get to catch a lot of them live because they're literally after hours whenever we have one. So I would get in there, and like the way you would talk to him and interact with him, I knew you had no idea who he was. I absolutely knew it, and I'm sitting there just watching him type, and I'm like, she doesn't know. And then when you found out, that was one of the funniest episodes ever. And like, oh, why are you here, buddy? Why are you here?
Yeah, what are you doing? You're trying to collect intel. I know you're doing research right now. It was like that moment, you know, when you're talking to somebody and they're acting like they know you and you've met many times and you're like, oh man, like I don't feel like we've met. And then they say something that finally like the light bulb goes on. It was like that moment for me. I'm like, of course I know who Caleb is. We've had many conversations like in person and like on Instagram. So now everything makes more sense.
It was so funny. It was the most hysterical thing I'd ever seen. Yeah, Omar, for sure. Yeah, that's exactly I was just sitting there watching my phone, just dying laughing. Like I probably should have told you, but it was way more fun to watch you figure out who he was in
real time.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, those are those moments you just have to let it be.
Yeah.
Like, because when those light bulbs go on, whenever you have those moments in any like part of your life, those are very special moments of like, oh shit. Okay, that makes sense. So no, you can't take away that moment.
Right. Like now all of the puzzle pieces are coming together and some of the comments he was posting, they make more sense now.
He's invested. Like he is invested.
The best was when I was trying to call him out and I was like, yeah, you're here just to collect intel. And he was like, no, I'm here for the entertainment. I'm like, maybe he's right.
I mean, he shouts you out. He's like a guy to go get ready for Live with Laura, and like, oh yeah, no, they absolutely are promoted, and they're all about your show. So when did you kind of get the idea that you wanted to do your own show? Like,
I mean, it's been kind of a long time coming. I knew that I wanted to have my own outlet to express my own personality in a way that isn't so structured and isn't so like, I've been a broadcaster for so long, and it's reading scripts or following a rundown, or it is, as much as I'm not as buttoned up as I used to be with work, it still has a certain cadence and sense of professionalism, I guess, where I wanted to have something where I could just authentically be myself. We're shooting the shit. Like there's not really a script or a rhyme or a reason. If people like direct the conversation in a different way, let's just have fun with it and do it. And it's just been a really fun way to interact with people and just have my own thing where who knows where it's gonna lead.
It is very fun. I'm definitely
He's here.
Oh,
He's here.
What's up, Kay?
He's here.
Don't burn yourself out for Live with Lore
right.
later.
Yeah, I was about to say, Caleb, don't be late to Live with Lore, because
yeah, right from here we're going there.
That's it. Get your C4 or your Fit Aid or whatever, extra coffee, whatever you got.
Oh, I love it.
But the way that you interact with the chat is really cool, though. Like you can see kind of we do it too. Like you read a chat and then your face goes and you're like, it doesn't, there's no off, like you can't turn your face off. So you're like, ooh, am I reading this? Am I not reading this? Do I say the name? Do I not say the name? Has that been different for you being live and kind of going that way and responding to like interacting with the chat? It's fun for us.
Yeah, it's definitely fun. It kind of reminds me of when I used to anchor the news. What I would do is I would set my phone up on the weekends and do a Facebook Live so people could watch behind the scenes of, okay, there's a story running and what do I need to do in between the stories? And I would sometimes like interact with them, and in between commercial breaks, I'd bring them outside to the weather deck. So it kind of brings me back to when I used to do that, which was really fun, and it just adds a different element. But yeah, I don't think I've ever addressed Sagandi's nuts by his name.
Yeah.
Right now.
Say his name.
It's
Free
got
Sagan.
A little stank to it. Like
there's
Sagan,
a little like, yeah.
Sagandi's nuts.
I love it. I mean, you being in such a professional position and having that, professionalism like you talk about, and, obviously like Talking Elite Fitness is very structured in a certain way. And, and then when you go and you do clips of, covering tactical games and all this type of stuff, like you have that sense of professionalism that you have to have. Were you ever nervous to kind of, when you were thinking about doing this show, of like letting people really like into your world and what your personality is? We got to see you. We were very lucky when we first met you because it's a smaller competition. Like, were you working? Yeah, but it's not something like the games where there's hundreds and thousands of people there. Like, we really got to see you and got to spend time and get your personality. So when you were thinking about this show, were you like, oh shit, I'm really going to allow people to kind of like in my world and in my personality and in my real life?
It's interesting because even to this moment, I don't know what sharing too much is, because I feel like I've just always been an open book with a lot of things, and I don't like, okay, if people know my dating life or dating history or,
which people live for, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me that that's what people are fascinated by, but whatever, I guess, like if I can't have a committed relationship, at least everybody else gets to live through my trauma by entertainment. So I'm glad that it's providing a space for some people to enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
But it really is interesting because I don't know what the line is of sharing or oversharing, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to be myself and have what I would consider like normal conversations. If we were going to be out at a bar or at a coffee shop or just hanging with friends, and that's the way I look at it. One of my friends did say she was listening to an episode. It was when I was talking about my dating life, and she said, "Oh my gosh, I felt bad for you because I'm like, oh my God, she's sharing so much. Like, I feel like I shouldn't know these details. And I was like, I don't really care though. It doesn't bother me. So here we are.
Pull up a chair.
It's stuff that you would talk about. Again, it's stuff you would talk about with your friends anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not, I don't think I've ever thought that you were sharing too much or, you know, I've been, hi, Caleb. I've been edging for this moment all week. Sagan, been waiting all week for this afternoon.
Yeah, you have, Sagan. Now that I've said it once, I'm going to keep saying it. It's like
with that little bit of twang, like the little bit of.
I've ripped the Band-Aid off. So yeah, it's so free. Yeah. It's like taking your bra off at the end of the night. Like, oh, okay. The best moment.
For me, it was Barry McCockiner. He freed me. Barry freed me from my shackles. Barry McCockiner. Now I can't stop saying his name.
Yep.
Pause.
No pause needed. No pause needed, honey.
But it's been fun. And I love watching your show. I know everybody else loves watching your show. I've loved watching you do everything upstate. I know you say Central New York. Colleen says Central New York. I say upstate because I'm from the island. So
yeah. Same.
But you went to Syracuse Sweat Club for 25.1. Mm-hmm. Is that a gym close to you? So
that's the gym that I have a membership to and the one that I regularly go to when I'm home.
That's home base for you.
Yep.
I don't know, Lauren, do you want to take calls?
I mean, we can take calls.
This is Noodles. Noodles, if you want to give it a shot, I think I fixed the phone, but you have to be very nice. This is Lauren Kalil. She has dragons. Don't mess around.
That's very true.
He'll come after you.
But it looks, how did you feel in 25.1? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Were you excited? Were you not excited?
I mean, I don't like to test my engine because my engine is shit. Like, I want to test a heavy lift and maybe being upside down. But I think overall it was a good test. It's interesting because for somebody like me who is, I would say, an average CrossFitter, you have to go somewhat slow up until there's maybe 5 minutes left, because otherwise I'm going to be burning the candle at both ends and I'm just going to be a puddle of nothing on the ground. Where the elite athletes, I mean, they're going fast from 3, 2, 1, go. So a very different workout for them versus people like me. So the first 10 minutes were fun. The last 5 minutes, I was like, oh, now I'm starting to really hurt.
That's amazing that she says she's an average CrossFitter and you finished 25.2, right?
No, I got kind of close. You
did the bar muscle ups though.
Thrusters. Yeah, I got through 3 thrusters at the last bar. I really wanted to finish, but I didn't.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's insane.
That's amazing.
Because Colleen got to the bar muscle ups, which is
what I wanted. Because that's what I got the first time. So I wanted to get there, but 25.1 was just awful.
Which one did you like more?
The second one.
Yeah.
The second one, because
she's way better than average.
Yeah, way better.
She's way better than average.
Well, I was talking to Jet because we're doing it at CrossFit Chief Nation. I was joking when Dave released the clue. I was like,
oh yeah,
it's gonna be 7 minutes of burpees, and Jet's like, there's no way he's gonna do 7 minutes of burpees. And then the workout was released, and I messaged him and I was like, okay, so 15 minutes of burpees. Great. Fantastic. Thanks. Fantastic. So obviously getting to the 12 was like this. Mm-hmm. And then that set of 12 and 15 and then 18 was torturous for me because I got to the 21s, which is what I wanted. But those were awful. Those were absolutely awful. So for you, when did you really start to feel 25.1?
Oh, in the 12s. Yeah. Everything before that was just a warm up. Yeah. I didn't do any warm up before that, which also, like, I don't make great decisions. I was like, the first couple of rounds are the warm up. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
Did you step down at all, or did you jump down? Like, how do you do your burpees? Jump down, jump up?
I don't want to jump any more than I need to. I'm stepping out. I'm stepping in. The only jumping is over the dumbbell because you have to.
Yep. Me too. How was it doing the workout and having everybody around you, like, to feel that? Because you did Friday Night Lights?
Yeah. So what I would do is I would cover the first couple of heats and then I would jump in a heat. So I'll use that as my excuse of why I didn't warm up, even though every day at the gym I don't warm up. But yeah, so it was Friday Night Lights has always been really fun for me, but it also, depending what the workout is, I might not perform the best because, all of the hype is happening and people are cheering your name and telling you to go faster. And at this stage of my life, I don't think people need to tell me to go faster because that normally ends in a disaster. I kind of know my body of, okay, when can I start to push? But with that one, I would say that probably was the best score that I could have gotten. So it was fun to do it, at my home community and alongside friends. So it was a good time.
That's awesome.
Corey Leonard, story of most women's lives, really wanted to finish, but I couldn't. That's unfair. I feel like that's unfair. I feel like when I want to, I can. I don't feel like
if you believe
I have control over it. I feel like I have control over it. I don't know. Might not be most women, but I got it.
We're in pretty good control over here.
I'm in good shape. Jake Chapman, interesting story behind burning the candle at both ends. It means both ends of the day, and you burn it in the morning and evening for lights, and you be tight. Okay, thanks, bro. Right?
The more you know.
More you know.
Yeah.
And shooting star.
Okay, we've been married a little too long.
It's like, was that synced up? Was that in your show rundown?
And then this was crazy, girl. I watched this. This was insane. Remind me, because this was at Mohawk Valley Wellness.
Yeah, so this is the first affiliate that I had ever dropped into. My dad was a member here, and he had me drop in around like 2013, 2014, and I didn't know what I was doing. The coach tried to help me, and then I think 2 years later is when I finally committed to, okay, I'm joining a CrossFit affiliate. I really want to drink the Kool-Aid, but it was a lot of fun to be here because this is my hometown and I still keep in touch with a lot of those people. I either went to high school with them or I knew them from other high schools, and it was a good time.
I'm going to play. I have a phone call. Dude, are you there? Nope, maybe not. I don't know. It's not giving me an option now for
Bluetooth.
Shoot. Oh, did I fuck up the Bluetooth? Oh, damn. Oh well. Anyway, I want to play this real quick. Oh, you're still hanging on. Oh, hold on. Let me see. You're still hanging on? Hold on.
Determined.
I might be able to do this. I might be able to make this happen for you.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
What's up, bro?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Got you. Yo, got you.
Oh, okay.
What's up?
Awesome. I'm so pumped. Lauren, congratulations, by the way. It's nice to meet you. My name is Noodles, David. I got a question for all the ladies.
What kind of noodle are you?
Yeah.
That's an amazing question.
My favorite noodle. My favorite noodle in the world is fafali. I love fafali. I got a question for the ladies, I guess, in the CrossFit community. Is it hard to find friends outside of the CrossFit community? Because I've noticed this about women. Women will get very catty over someone who has maybe better hair, maybe a nicer nose. But you women in the CrossFit community seem like you have better everything. So how hard is it to keep friends or to make friends with other women being in a CrossFit community?
Everyone hates us. The most hated women on the planet, CrossFit women.
You gotta be. But I also heard you mention the Mohawk Valley. I have a cabin up there, right? And I went to this diner up there, the Mohawk Valley Diner, whatever it is. Got all these pictures up there. I ate the world's largest omelet. It was 12 eggs, hash browns, sausage, peppers, and it turns out that you're not supposed to like eat the whole thing.
I was gonna say,
probably
How
not.
bad were your farts after that? Like, oh,
I had diarrhea.
I was gonna say, did it?
Jersey, yeah.
not good. Not good.
But anyway, I just want to say one other thing. Yo, you guys with that guy Johnny, that was a great show too. You guys have a really awesome show, and I just want to let you know that I really, really do watch your show all the time. I think it's
John
awesome.
Young.
Oh, he just called John Young Johnny.
Johnny. I was like, who do you guys interview whose name is Johnny?
John Young.
John Young.
John Young. We gotta call him Johnny now.
Oh my God.
Johnny
That's
boy.
it. It's gonna stick. Johnny boy.
That's awesome. Thank you, Noodles.
Thank
yeah,
you.
that was a good day. Appreciate you,
guys.
brother. Love you too, bro.
Appreciate ya.
Bye.
See you
Bye.
soon. Bye. Johnny.
Oh, that was so
I gotta
fun.
call him Johnny.
I
Yeah,
can't.
Noodles is fun.
Noodles is fun. Yeah.
Noodles is fun. He hangs out with us. He found us randomly and has.
We are not in. No.
No.
Wait, how did he discover you guys?
YouTube.
I have no
Literally
idea.
found us on YouTube.
That's fucking awesome.
Yep. He was our first one that I feel like that found us that's not part of CrossFit.
Yeah, an organic follower now.
Yep. Yes,
Yeah,
that was very tame.
Yeah.
Kinda, she told him he needed to behave
I was
himself.
like, look,
so.
this is Lauren Kalil. We can't, you know what I mean?
No, if you ever want to hear Noodles talk, go on the show with Jake and Jan.
When he calls,
When he calls, that's
insane.
that's different.
We actually put him in the title of the show, so you know that you're gonna get Noodles.
Yeah,
There's like a disclaimer, so it's like it's awesome.
So people know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. So for this open, did you?
Oh shoot, I still want
Did
to play that
you
thing.
know that you wanted to kind of go to affiliates around there, or was it like a last minute decision? Did someone ask you to come and film? Like, what? How did this little series become a thing?
Honestly, ideas come to me at random times, mostly
In the middle of the night.
Yes, when I can't sleep and my head is thinking of, to-do lists and ideas, and then I'm opening my phone, going to the note section with like one eye open. But this one actually came to me when I was in Miami for Wadapalooza. The event was over, and me and my friend Kelly were like leaving breakfast, and we were just walking and kind of just shooting the shit. And I was like, the games are in Albany this year. I think it would be really cool to highlight some local affiliates during the Open. And I was like, I know that I can solidify the first two. And then I thought logistically, oh my God, it's kind of cool because it is the road to the games in a way, because Syracuse is the furthest. Yep. Utica truly is like the middle point from Syracuse to Albany. And then Albany is the last point. And ironically enough, in Miami, I met this guy who watches Talking Elite Fitness, who's from Albany, and we were talking about the games being there, and we really want to hype it up and make it feel the way Madison feels, and we should get on a call and brainstorm some ideas. So then I reached out to him and was like, hey, do you know an affiliate that would be open to me coming and basically just highlighting them and showing what they're doing for Friday Night Lights? And then he hooked me up with the affiliate Avitas CrossFit that I'm going to tomorrow. And it all kind of just worked out. And, I've spent so many opens highlighting elite athletes that I just thought it was a really cool way to give back to the communities that I've been a part of and feature, I hate living here for a lot of the year because it's so damn cold. But what I do like about living here is you do have this deep sense of community, whether it's a town you grew up in or a CrossFit affiliate or, people knowing your best coffee order and things like that. So it's been really fun.
That's awesome. Go ahead, babe. Play your.
Oh yeah. No, this was really cool. And I think that they, when you finished, because we know how to finish, this is.
Yeah, we do.
I think it was really fun for them to get to ask you questions after, like when you were out of breath and. I hated
it.
It was great.
21 pull-ups. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 19, 20, 21. 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. 2, good pace. 3.
All of my goals is will I fold or will I chase them? I got it virtually. 2 options. I can handle it purposely or I can let it murder me. But trying to figure out, point out the target, show me the giants. Hold your applause, just getting started, sitting the lions. Ambition ain't for the weak. I see it before I speak. Ready, you ready? Is you ready?
Yeah, there we go. Hop down, right to rope. Right to rope. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Let's go. 1, 2, another one. 3.
Oh, that hurt way worse than it did in 2022.
Yeah. And all the tired athletes that she's barking at for interviews after, this is your chance to call her out.
Now I know what it feels like. How did this work out?
I have to give you major props that you can do a workout with your hair half up, half down. Like, I don't know how you do that. Like, that would drive me nuts with my hair, like, hitting me in the eyes and all that type of stuff. I gotta give
Enough of it was back.
Yeah.
But it's funny because I think of the times that I've been annoyed at an athlete's response after an event when I'm like, damn, that's all they could give me? Like, what a weak interview.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just like, ooh,
now you know.
Maybe I won't think that again. Good perspective.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And they look so happy. Was everybody just coming up to you? And he was even like cheering you on, like, do you know, is that the guy that you know?
Yeah, I know most of the people there. I do stay in touch with a lot of them. And I would say like once a month or every other month, I'll go and do a Saturday workout with them because it's always partner ones. So it's a lot of fun. And I do their local competition that's in May around Cinco de Mayo every year. So we have some good times.
Damn, Lauren looks good. Yes, she does. Lauren is a hottie. Yeah, she's a baddie. She got them all, Caleb. I don't know what that means, but I think is referring to, because Caleb asked, is that whoever the guy that you know, is he cute and did you get his number? All Caleb cares about is if you're gonna have a long-term boyfriend. That he is
I know, I'm waiting to know that too. And no. So far, no. I've got a batting average of 0.
It's not 0.
She's like, yeah, kind of.
Well, even if you get married, you're still gonna be like, if I married you, babe, I'm 1 for like 20. Like, it's not, you know what I mean? Until you get married, you're 1 for however freak many. Then that's not my body count. So calm down, everybody. Like, relax.
You knew that.
That's a different category.
Yeah.
Where's the next one? Where are you going for 25.3?
CrossFit Avitas. So that is like a suburb of Albany, but close, like the Albany area, I would still call it.
Did you watch the 25.3 announcement today? Did you see it?
I did.
Fire.
Yeah, that was, I mean, the 3 of them, it doesn't get much better. Saving the biggest hype for last because their shit talking is, I mean, you can't make that up. You can't script something like that. So that was a lot of fun.
Ooh, Caleb, what's your body count? You're going to have to come on the show if you want me to answer that. If you come on the show and ask me what's my body count, I'll tell you. I'm fine with that.
Did you think that they were going to go sub 10? I knew they were going to be like amazing, but sub 10, that was very surprising.
Have either of you ever been on a rogue rower either?
No. I just realized I had them.
I have once, and I feel like it's almost the comparison of assault bike to echo bike. Assault bike, you can almost cheat a little bit, like if you put in like really hard effort really fast, it will then like accumulate quicker, where the echo bike, I don't feel like you get the same bang for your buck. And I would agree, the one time that I sat on a rogue rower, that it's almost harder, but the way and speed that they were rowing, I don't know that they feel the same. Because that
what
was
do you think about the whole thing? Somebody said something, I think it was Bryson said something about the handles, like the handle for the Concept 2 is different from the from the echo. So almost like you could get a longer pull from the concept too, because of the way the handles are angled. But then he said, I don't think that matters too much, except for maybe comfort levels, because you're used to a concept too. So
yeah, I mean, I'm a shit rower any way you slice it. So
I don't know. We're the big girls. We like
the
machines.
row, but
give me a machine.
These 5 wall walks each set.
See, I want more wall walks and I want that barbell to be heavier. 155 deadlift is the most annoying weight. It's the most annoying weight because it's one of those weights that, oh, you should be able to hang on. But I'm like, no, my lower back's going to blow up. I'm doing singles, but like relative to my top end strength of, I think my best deadlift was, 335. Jeez. So I wish that it was like maybe 5 reps at 275. That could have been fun. Right. I don't think other people agree with me. I'm like 155, that's an annoying weight. I don't like that.
Does 155 make that cardio for you? Is that like cardio?
Yeah. That's why I don't like it. It's not, I don't want to do barbell cardio. I want to do heavy barbell.
Yeah.
Top end, but how are you at then? Okay, so how are you at like Grace or Isabel? Is that like your favorite thing? Because that's like my favorite thing. Okay.
DT, I would say, is probably one of my favorites though.
Oh, what's your best DT?
Around 6.
Okay, I beat you. Yay. I got one in the books.
Oh, no, I'm gonna have to go retest it.
But we're talking like 2-3 years ago. If I did it right now, I would die and it would take me 20 minutes and I wouldn't be able to move afterwards. I'd be in traction. So that's fine.
My best was under 10. I was very, very happy with that.
Yeah.
Under 10, under 9. I think under 10.
Yeah.
Under 10. Yeah.
No, it's cool. It's cool the way that we're made up differently, right? Like Colleen's going to be fine through all of this, except for the wall walks. Like she loves every part of this except for the wall walks.
Well, and the deadlift, but that's just conscious because I'm coming back and my back is pretty fucked up or was. So I'm like slowly coming into CrossFit and I'm just very conscious of my back. So I didn't want 155 for the deadlift.
What did you want?
Not deadlifts. So anything else. Okay. And I'm like you, I did want like a max clean or you know what I'm saying? Like, or a complex where you could power if you wanted to, you could squat if you wanted to, or even just like a max squat, like a front squat or a back squat.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would love that.
I just didn't want a
max
deadlift.
Bench press.
Like I didn't want a deadlift. But we were kind of playing around with ideas of like the single modality shit where it's like, I mean, there's so much rowing, but like a 2K row is part 1 into a max complex of some sort. And I was like, I don't think he's ever done something like that. And that would be really cool to see because you have a window to complete a 2K. So people have to be very strategic on how you do a 2K. Because it's such a test. People don't think 2K row is a test, but it is a mental test. Like you have to be prepared for that. And then giving you whatever time is left to hit that max, which so many of us want to hit that max. I thought that would have been a really cool kind of end to this year's Open. But fucking 5 wall walks to start. God, I am so
I like
long.
the 2K. I like the 2K idea because you have to also put so much strategy behind it because I don't know about you guys, but I've done a 2K test where I'm not okay for like 45 minutes after that.
Absolutely.
So what is the balance of doing it to get a good score, but also not screwing yourself up by still laying on the floor and eating up time into the lift?
Yeah. For sure.
Megan, basement body count. I don't know what that is. Do I? What? I might be going into a bad frame. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I have a guess, but I
don't want to know. I got more. Never mind. Forget it. I don't want to know. Not that count. Not whatever that is. Not that count. I sound like JY. I mean, I'm definitely the type of athlete JY is right now. Is the type of athlete that I am, but I still wasn't finishing any of those workouts. But like, yeah, No, I'm as strong as I can get, and that's what I like. I don't like working on cardio at all. Like zero shot.
I know, I hate it.
Only if it's cardio barbell. If it has a barbell and it's cardio, I'll probably work on it. But like other than that, nope. Zero chance.
That's why I'm like, okay, at what point of this one am I going to get time capped? Where am I going to be? Probably on the rower somewhere.
Well, 50-50. Those calories, that's a lot of calories.
I told her to just go singles on the deadlifts.
I have to.
Oh, yeah.
She's
I'm 100% doing that.
Yeah.
I'm always grid league JY. Yeah, me too. I am also. What'd you think of the media that got put out this time around the Open? I thought it was awesome.
I loved the pre-show feature stories. I thought that those were really interesting to take more time with the athletes to tell more of their stories and highlight them in a different way. I also really loved the icing of Emily Rolfe last week. I thought that was super entertaining and just relatable. You know what I mean? Like that's stuff that you do see inside affiliates. I'll never forget my first affiliate where we would at Friday Night Lights, we'd have big coolers out like front and people would grill afterwards and we would have beers and it would just be a whole vibe. So I enjoyed that they were able to highlight that kind of stuff. And I mean, I thought that all 3 weeks of the Open announcement were the best that we've seen in a while. They were more condensed. It was more straight to the point. It was entertaining. You had that balance of community with showcasing the high level athletes. And I just think that they hit the nail on the head this year with them.
I think one of the things that they did really good was normally those commercials that they would like kind of start the announcement and then give us like a bunch of freaking commercials and then we're waiting and then they give and they, like you said, they kind of drag it all out. I love what they did for the 30 minutes before. Maybe you didn't realize that the first time, you know, with 25.1, but you knew it for the second week and you knew it for this week. But giving that 30-minute slot to get us into getting ready for the announcement, giving and highlighting those certain commercials, which is always good. Again, you're seeing more community, you're seeing affiliates, you're seeing, you know, the adaptive groups, you're hearing about their own personal podcast. Like you're hearing all things CrossFit for 30 minutes. And then once they got into the announcement, it literally was like, here are the athletes. This is what we're doing. Give them a little bit of time to warm up. So maybe you have one commercial or something in between the announcement and letting them warm up for their last, 3 to 5 minutes. And then you get into the workout and then you have the after show. So I agree with you. I think that was a smart play on versus kind of hanging the carrot above our face for like 20 minutes. And then we've all been like, then we're
because like everybody just wants to see, they want to see what the workout is. They want to see the athletes do it. But for what I would call maybe like the diehard people, we want to tune in early. We want to like maybe as we're answering some emails from work, like have the YouTube in the background and like kind of paying attention, watching, getting ready. And then when 3 p.m. or noon Pacific happens, that's when you're really getting the nitty gritty. I just thought the format was something that they hopefully will stick to with, in future years.
Kenneth, Tyson Bagent being on there was amazing.
That was a good get.
And his dad was an amazing commentator.
I think he used to do it
at the
games. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what year that was. It's been a while.
Way back. Yeah.
He's a great
pre 2015.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. And everybody staying with him until he finished the workout. And then he did finish the workout.
I know.
And I was like, oh my God, if this man takes 18 minutes and whatever it took him to do it, no, who the freak's finishing this? Nobody's finished.
Right. And that's why I was like, at what point am I getting time capped? Because before you saw Tyson, like where he was going to finish, you see the elite athletes do it in half the time given. So then you think, okay, maybe I'll finish right under the cap. But then the fact that he finished right under the cap, I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm finishing under the cap.
I was like, it was so inspiring to watch him do it. But at the same time, it's like, oh, I'm not finishing this. There's no way.
No, I said to her as soon as I saw her, I was like, okay, so I'm going to work for 20 minutes. Got it. Cool.
Right.
That's my plan.
Well, my mindset knows.
Yep, that's it.
Caleb, it was before any of us were alive, dude.
Many moons ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. It was in Carson for sure. And I think he was one of the ones that did it as soon as Dave stopped doing the floor. I'm pretty sure, if I remember all of the.
I think you're
I feel
right.
like it was way back when that he was on the floor. Because when I heard his voice, I was like, God, his voice sounds so familiar. And then they were talking about, I used to commentate, and I was like, that's right, a long time ago, long time ago. So one of the cooler things that people are talking about, and I think that it's gotten a lot of eyes on the sport, is the frenemy, friendship, trash talking between Dallin and James and Jason. And I think that that's brought a lot of attention, to the Open, to the season and stuff like that. How do you feel about that personally? Like media side, you know what I mean? Like covering all of this. How do you feel about that? And also, do you ever think that there will be a time that 3 girls could kind of have the same kind of frenemy kind of.
Are you bringing this back to Noodle's question? Can we ever be friends with other women?
I mean, I guess, but
he does make a good point though, because at the end of the day, women and men are different. I don't think that that's a crazy concept to say. And again, it's not a hard stop period. It's a bigger conversation, but even the times where you saw women maybe throw little competitive jabs at other women, it wasn't received the same way that the male athletes will like throw it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think of when Danielle Brandon at SoCal, she made a comment, I think, to Tia in the Tier Wadapalooza doc, saying something like, yeah, you might be the greatest on earth, but like, this isn't an individual competition. It's a team comp. And whether Tia was actually angry or not, it did come across like, oh, that added some fire, but she didn't really give it back. It seemed more of a like
girl, I don't like you now.
Yeah. Like, well, it seemed, I don't even want to say it seemed catty, but it wasn't received the same way that if Dallin made a comment to Jason. You know what I'm saying? And the same with Seher Kaya. I think Danielle Brandon said, like,
she can
I don't
do
even
it,
know
but nobody else,
is.
no one can take it.
And
And
then Seher was like, I've been to the games 3 or 4 times. Like, I can't believe somebody would say something like that. And it was more of a, I'm taking it personal rather than this is sport and it can be fun, I guess. I don't know. So it's hard to know if we will see the same kind of back and forth shit talking that we see on the men's field. I would like to say yes, but I don't know. I don't know.
Because we do it. I remember doing it in basketball, but if you did it, it was like, okay, now we got to fight. Like, men don't do that. You know what I mean? Men are just like, all right, dude, I'm just going to dunk on your head and that's it. And it's over. And now we can go hang out and chill out. Whereas women's like, no, you say that to me. Now we got to brawl. Like now.
Well, and also, like, I try to put myself in that position because I used to be an athlete and I used to compete. And for me, there's definitely things that my friends or people I know could say to me, and I'll give it back and it'll be this fun competitive thing. But if I don't know you and you say something like that to me, I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
catch me outside.
Why are you being a dick?
Like,
you want to go? We don't like each other? Okay, let's go. So I don't know what it is with upbringing or the way that we were taught about competition that, you know, makes us think that way, that it has to be this catty thing rather than, oh, this could just be a fun competitive shade thrown at each other. But it is an interesting conversation.
Yeah, for sure. I always thought it was like, okay, is one of us like PMSing right now? Is one of us not PMSing right now? Like, is one of us just in a cry cycle? Like, what are we doing? What's happening right now? Like,
but we're always, but we're always in the world of comparison. Like women, especially, we are always in that world of comparison, whether we're being compared to somebody else, we're being compared to how they look, how they act, how they carry themselves, you know, and I also think, and I've learned this, and I don't know if you've had the same experience when it's come to like being in the dance community or whatever, is that we're always in competition and we're not really good at supporting other women. Like we're really not. So
it wasn't something that I had to learn like in the last couple of years.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
before that, I would look at other women as competition because that is what was ingrained in me since the age of 3 when I started dancing with my sister. I mean, my sister would be my competition. Like, so if I treat my family that way, how am I supposed to treat either of you as anything different? I mean, she's somebody I'm friends with. Like even my best friend, we at least had a relationship where, we both want to beat each other, but we're not going to hold a grudge if the other one does. But now listening to women, specifically in the sport of CrossFit, say, I want to just do my best, I'm cheering for myself and you, is a totally different mindset and concept that I was not aware even existed.
You're like, what does that even mean?
Yeah. And you have to like change your thinking because again, for 30 years, I was not taught that was even a concept.
But that's crazy. But think about those sports that you guys just listed off. And yeah, Steven, I would even throw cheerleading into this, but like cheerleading as a sport for women, dancing as a sport for women. What was it? Oh, gymnastics as a sport for women. It's all based. You guys get the positions based on what you look like. It's literally, are you skinnier than the girl next to you? Are you prettier than the girl next to you? Is your hair better than the girl next to you? Your makeup, all that stuff. That no other sports is it like that. And now even CrossFit, it's not as like dancer, but it kind of is. Like, what does your body look like next to these other girls you're competing against? That's
right. And even with like dance, it's so subjective. Like I could beat Colleen at one dance competition and then we go to one the very next weekend. We both perform the exact same. And we're flip-flopped. It's not like,
or neither one of us win.
Right. Somebody else. And you're like, oh, I didn't think that they were better, but for whatever reason, it's not like basketball where, okay, team that makes X amount of points or
if we beat you, we beat
most
you.
baskets. You win. It's very black and white. Where with dance, with cheerleading, gymnastics, like it is up to the time, the day, the judges, what they like, what they don't like. There's just so many variables.
Yeah. Well, and obviously like, and we'll just keep talking about the 3 of them because they're, the biggest ones in this, in CrossFit or whatever. But they've been friends for a long time. Like, I mean, I know especially James and Dallin, like they literally have grown up together. And then Jason's come in, whenever he did, but they've been friends and pushing each other for a very long time, which I think obviously brings some trust. Like you were just saying, like trust to be able
have a rapport.
To be able to talk shit and whatever. But I also truly believe that they are rooting for each other and also trying to beat each other. And I think that they're able to show that 2 things can be true. And I think that we're living in a world where we're all trying to realize that 2 things can be true at the same time. Dallin can want to win the games and he can also be rooting for his friends and want them to do well too. But I don't know if you have that same trust or same support when it comes to women. And I'm not saying there isn't, because not everybody shows themselves as open and welcoming into their personal space the way that these 3 boys do. And I'm not saying there's not camaraderie between the women in the sport. Like you hear
there
stories
totally
and whatever,
is.
but like
it's different.
It's different. Yeah, it's different.
But then even think about it too. If you watch some of the beginning episodes of the Justin, Jason, Dallin podcast, Jason and Justin talk about how they were very catty with each other when they first came into the space and didn't like each other for a hot minute. And now look at them. They like each other. They're having a good time. They rib with each other. They riff with each other.
Apologies, Taylor.
Sorry. They are
sorry. Those are men.
Apology.
Aren't they all under 25?
Yes.
Women.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, fine.
Not boys and girls.
Sorry. Men, grown ass, 6 foot tall men. Got it. My bad. God, can women have a sexist show? Am I having a sexist show right now? My fault. My bad. Those very large, giant grown men didn't like each other at first, and now they have a great time and have fun, have a whole podcast together, playing video games together, working out together. I just don't know a lot of women that if they met each other in that way, that 3 years later, they're magically going to be chill with each other and have this giant sit down. Like, they literally worked out their relationship on a podcast. It was great.
How crazy is that?
So,
give the people what they want.
Give them what they want. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Big nuts. Yep. Big nuts. It's crazy. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, they hashed it out in real time.
Yeah, I don't know too many women that could do that. It's just like, I hate you forever because you did that one thing to me. Now I can never talk to you again. It's over.
I think it's possible, but I just think that it's a lot of undoing you have to do from your upbringing and what was ingrained in us in such a young age with competition that, I mean, it's not just a quick fix.
Yeah.
Fair. All right, girl. We just wanted to do a pregame party show before I think we've warmed everybody up in the chat for you. So get ready.
A pregame.
Yeah. We tailgated Lauren's live with Lore. We did.
Oh my God. Wait, I got to tell a story about pre-gaming and tailgating. Okay. I'm trying to think if I've told this story I don't think I've told it on my channel or any channel. I think only my friends really know. So I was about to move to Quincy, Illinois, my first television job. And the last weekend before I moved and packed my bags, there was a Rascal Flatts concert that I went to in the summer with my friends.
Fire.
And I don't know if you guys understand what it's like to tailgate and pregame at a country concert, but people let their hair down. You play like Can Jam and a flip cup, beer pong, like everything. Everybody gets shit-faced before you go inside.
Yep. God. Okay. Yep. Go ahead.
And so I got pretty wasted and we are going inside to the concert and I forget why, but we were running and I trip on a curb, smash my face on the curb, caught the curb with my face and my lip is enormous, totally had this massive gash because it hit my tooth. And I look white girl wasted.
Yep.
And my friends are like, oh my God, what happened? We got to find the EMT. And there was this group of girls that had front passes. Me and my friends, we had the area that's in the back, lawn space, lawn seating, whatever. Well, these people that we were tailgating with and were friends had tickets way up front. So for whatever reason, I got separated with my friends and I started going with them and they brought me to the EMT. And then we made up this story that I lost my ticket because I smashed my face and because I had this big, ice to fix my face. And it was very obvious that I fucked myself up. They just let me go and enjoy this entire concert from the front, looking all wanky, janky. And my friends are texting me and calling me, where are you? And I'm like, I'm all the way in the front.
Hell yeah.
And you were probably glad you fucked your face up too, because you got to sit in the front row, right?
Yep, until I got home the next day. And I will never forget how mad my mom was at me. She's like, you haven't even been at your TV station for one day and you ruined your face. What if they don't hire you? And I'm just like, gee, thanks, Mom. All I have to offer is my face.
Support. She was supportive right there.
So supportive.
Well, now you know where we get these crazy I'm competitive with other females thing.
Yep.
You fucked up your face. You can't do shit else. Sorry.
Yeah. You have nothing else to offer. Thanks, Mom.
Hey, did you ever go to Colleen, showed me all this stuff and taught me, but did you ever go to a DFB? What are they called, babe?
Yeah, DFB, Dysfunctional Family Barbecue, which is a rock concert. It was a smaller version of the K-Rockathon.
Oh, I know what K-Rockathon is, but I never heard of the dysfunctional one. Oh,
yeah, Dysfunctional Family Barbecue they did it down in Herkimer before. On the fairgrounds. So they did it down there. It was just pretty much a much smaller version of K-Rockathon. So I've never tailgated for a country concert, but I have been so fucked up at a K-Rockathon or a DFB because we were those idiots that, because you know, as you're walking to get into the venue, Jello shots are everywhere. So all these people that you don't know, they're like, "Hey, you want a Jello shot?" I'm like, "Sure." So I'm walking up, I've got a bunch of Jello shots.
Is it 1980? Damn, you act like this was like 2000.
No,
what,
but this is my
15?
mom. Like, this is
from
just how she
yours?
is. Maybe if are you referring to how my mom treats me?
Are
why
you
I'm in
referring to
therapy? Is that what we're referring to?
dysfunctional family barbecue? Is that what you're referring to? Because
Oh, maybe that. Yeah.
yeah.
No, it was not the 80s, obviously.
No.
But yeah, so I would get fucked up, and then my brother was one of the DJs and one of the announcers or whatever. So I would be able to get. So I would be so fucked up.
That's how you get roofied, Colleen.
You guys got to get one of these.
A Sharpie?
It looks like a Sharpie. I'm telling you, it's not a Sharpie.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So if you ever see me whip out a pink Sharpie, boys, watch
know.
out.
You better run. You better run.
You better run.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask you what that is later.
Ain't nobody gonna roofie me.
No, I never got roofied. Never got roofied.
Caleb's generation ruined it.
Steven, no, it is not a vibrator.
No. That's too small for a vibrator. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Other than those rabbit things, do you remember the rabbits? Those things were dangerous. You got addicted to that. Forget like alcohol or whatever. If you got addicted to a rabbit, you weren't coming out your room for months.
Nope.
You were just stuck in that bitch. You were never coming out.
And nobody could love you the same.
No, yeah.
Ruined for life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
But yeah, so what did we do? We did the DFB, we did I forgot where I was. I got stuck on a rabbit and a Sharpie.
Didn't go to any concerts because of the rabbit.
I missed a lot of concerts because of the rabbit. We used to go chill at Madison Square Garden for that stuff back in the day.
I love Madison Square Garden.
The one I did get to see, which was really awesome, was Dave Matthews Band. That was fire.
Yes,
love
he's
Dave
amazing.
Matthews Band.
But you don't get drunk at Dave Matthews. You get high at Dave Matthews.
You get kind of everything at Dave Matthews. Because I would go to Saratoga and go like camping there. Yeah. So you drink all day, and then whether you're smoking weed or just getting secondhand high, like something's going to happen.
That's what
by
I'm saying.
choice or not.
Yep, you get high because I went there with my brother, and his family, and I was high, and I wasn't smoking, and we were outside. Outside, there was no you weren't in a room anywhere. You were outside, and I got fucked up.
Well, it's one of those concerts too that there's not really an age demographic. Like it can be as young as high schoolers all the way to like 50-year-old parents that just love his music.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite concert that you went to?
Dave Matthews Band, OAR opened for them. Backstreet Boys, amazing. I'm also going to the Backstreet Boys concert in Vegas this summer. They're going to be at the Sphere. And okay, so this is what they put out. Do you not like Backstreet Boys?
No, I love them.
No,
I want to go see them.
We're sitting here reliving our childhoods right now.
I want to go see them, and I've tried to get her to get on a plane to go to Vegas to see them, and I can't.
Won't?
No, I can't. That's too far.
I got her on a plane to go to Crash.
I thought they were dead.
Oh, right. That's right. No, they are alive and well. They are alive and well. But so they've put out a request that they want the audience in all white. So I said to me and my mom and my sister are going, and I was like, guys, this is in Vegas. We're showing up in wedding dresses. Like, how funny will that be?
That's gonna be the greatest pictures of all time.
Yes.
You have to.
Yeah, we're gonna walk the streets of Vegas in wedding dresses and then go to a Backstreet Boys concert.
You have to take pictures where it looks like you got married and post them and completely make the internet go crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
You're like,
I can do
I'm
that.
off, off the market. That's it. Not the
I'll find a random guy that will like take a picture with me. He's got to be a hottie though. It's got to be someone that like,
Yep.
that will really light things up.
Really? In sync? No. Maybe.
I mean, they were good too, but Backstreet Boys,
All
they're number
right,
one.
who's your favorite Backstreet Boy?
Brian.
Nah.
Joey.
I know. Ooh, Joey. Yeah. Were you Nick Carter?
No, AJ McLean all the way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She likes the bad boys.
Bad boy
I
all
was
the
just
way.
gonna say bad boy.
All the way. Yep.
We love that.
In sync. Favorite.
I was mad at NSYNC.
Who?
Why?
Because they took over for the Backstreet Boys. It was like they came in and pushed out the back. So I was petty. So I was mad. Until they did, a couple of their, and then of course I love them, but I was pissed at them for a while. I wouldn't listen. Same thing with New Kids on the Block. Same thing with New Kids on the Block.
Hello, Trish.
Oh, she's entered the chat.
I could fix him. That's what I've said with every guy I've dated. And
Caleb loves Lance Bass. We knew it. We knew it.
Oh, I mean, I did love him too.
Lance.
What the fuck is a Lance Bass?
I mean, he always looked good. I'm sure he smelled great too.
Yeah.
See, here we go. This is where it goes. This is it. This is where it goes bad. Here we go.
Oh man, that was good.
Shoot.
That was good, Caleb. That was good.
That was really hard.
His highlights did inspire a generation. You're not wrong, Trish.
Yeah. Yep.
And Justin Timberlake, he had them too.
Yeah.
I only liked them when he was dating Britney Spears.
Mm-hmm.
And they had that little denim outfits that they went to the
the matching denim.
Yeah. Once they broke up, it was over for me. I was like, I don't care about boy bands anymore.
All right. Britney, Christina, or Mariah?
Ooh. Carrie?
Ooh.
No.
Yeah. Britney,
have you
Christina or Pink? Mariah Carey's not even
I still
freaking
love Pink. I would go to a Pink concert to this day.
Yeah. No, if you're gonna do Mariah Carey, you have to do Mariah, Whitney, and like Toni Braxton.
Whitney. All the way.
Whitney.
Okay.
Whitney.
Fair.
I was trying to give Mariah like a chance, and you just took her chance away.
She hit that one high note, though. She hit that one high note.
You just took her chance away.
Have you guys
what?
Come on. I love Pink. But you guys, if you want some entertainment for the rest of the evening, you should look at Britney Spears' Instagram account.
What did she do?
And then, it makes a lot more sense why her dad has control of all her finances. Do you guys remember when that was a huge thing in the media and people were like, free Britney, and I don't know, based on her Instagram account, I think there's a bigger story to why her dad has control of her.
Well, it was pretty quick though. Everybody was free Britney, and then they let Britney be free, and then everyone was like, she started playing with knives and shit, and they were like, maybe we shouldn't have let Britney be free.
Her Instagram posts are a little questionable. Entertaining, but questionable.
Man.
Yeah.
All right, Kenneth, I know Pink is a lib. I'm not basing this on her politics. I'm basing this on the quality of work that was done. But I understand what you're saying. Oops, she did it again.
Pretty good.
Oh, shoot. You left out Shakira. Okay, that's fair.
Well, if we're talking dancing,
but she wasn't.
If we're talking dancing, that's
different category.
Different categories, different. I just want singing.
Whatever happened to K-Fed? He's chilling. He got the kids. He good. K-Fed's good. He's been trying to get away from her for a hot minute.
Yep.
Probably changed his phone number 87 times.
Jeremy, neither.
Miley Cyrus or Taylor Swift? Yeah, fair. Neither. I don't know. Isn't Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball?
Yeah. I came in like a Oh,
Listen,
so
I-
good.
That
Okay,
was
hold on.
fire. That song was fire.
Okay, so in regards to that
That's
song,
fair.
I will thank her because the memes and the reels that
Oh,
came
so
from that
good.
Yeah.
song were worth it. So, okay, fine. Miley Cyrus,
Who's
if we're
the-
going to give cred.
Is she the one that sang too? I buy my own flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Also-
Fine. Miley Cyrus then.
Good tunes. Good
Yeah.
tunes.
All right. Miley Cyrus. I can't do T Swift.
Not at all. My son came home and was like, I love Taylor Swift. I was like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
Not in this house, you don't.
He's like, Mommy, all my friends do them. That's
Nope,
great. Not you.
Not you.
So you know what I did? I bought him an MP3 player, and that boy plays rock bands, Breaking Benjamin,
that's
Stick
amazing. Oh,
Puppies.
I
all
love
of it.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yep.
That's
Stick
a good
Puppies,
concert.
It's Going Down is his favorite song ever. He
Love it.
already knows all the words. And it's funny because he's starting to ask what like bitch means and shit means. And so we tell him like those are at home words. So one of his caseworker came today to just do like a check-in and whatever. And he's like, Mommy, can we start talking to her about at home words? I was like, you may not. That is for just us at home. I was like, no, we don't do Taylor Swift in this house. I can't. There's nothing about her that I can.
No, you know what? When she broke up with John Mayer, I was like, I can't with you.
John Mayer.
Me too. He went a little nuts though, didn't he? Too.
He did, but I was okay with his type of nuts.
That was acceptable.
That was the acceptable
That was
nuttiness.
acceptable
Those were
lunacy, yeah.
but those were acceptable nuts. I was good with that. That was fine.
Acceptable nuts.
Like Sugandi's nuts. Full circle today, ladies.
We wrapped that up. I did not just lose a half a star for that. That was fire. Acceptable nuts is crazy. I know, from a butch lesbian, right? That is crazy. I get it. Almonds are also acceptable. That's fine. All right. Very cool. Thank you, Lauren Kalil. That was amazing. That was a good time.
This is always a good time.
This is great.
I know I'm always going to have fun when we do this.
Yes, always. So you are going, just so everybody knows, so you are going to do 25.3 tomorrow. And then after that, what's on your travel schedule? Because you're always traveling somewhere. What's next?
Yes. So what is next is next weekend, I will be in Holt, Florida for tactical games. And then after that, I will be covering Women's Elite Rugby, which is a new league in the U.S.
Shut up.
Oh, we have a rugby league now?
We do. It
That's
actually
awesome.
kicks off next weekend. But I already am doing tactical games that weekend, so I'll be with them the following weekend. Yeah,
I'm gonna have
really
to watch that. I like rugby a lot, actually.
That's
like watching rugby.
amazing.
Yeah.
Rugby is a cool. To me, it's like the perfect mix of soccer with football. If I were to mesh like two mainstream sports together, I'm really excited to get involved with that. That'll be something fun.
Well, we will definitely have to have you come on after that because I want to hear all about that.
I do too.
So cool.
I also find out how many lesbians are on those teams because I feel like there's a lot and we're represented well on the rugby teams. Let's go rugby. Let's go.
This will be a sport that I truly cover just for sport, and I can't actually date while I'm.
That's right. And be careful.
I will be fully invested into the work.
Lauren, they will try.
They will try.
More women hit me up than men. It's already there. Like
Yeah.
I get hit on by women. Like men can't even hold a candle to the ladies.
You're properly
They really
prepared.
can't.
That's
Okay.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
that's fine as long as you're prepared.
She's
That's
like,
cool.
I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Right. I was just waiting for this moment.
She's made it. That's what she.
Yeah. All right, let's let this girl go. She only has 5 minutes. I'm sorry I kept you this long.
No,
Your
this is
fans are waiting
perfect
for you right now. So
I mean, the fans are in the chat here, so
and they will follow.
they're gonna
and-
follow you.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. All
Girl,
right, girl.
we
Have a
love
great
you.
show.
Thank
and
you.
We'll talk to
love
soon.
you both. This is great.
you.
Until next time.
Until next time.
All right, guys. Deuces.
See ya. Am I ending this show?
Yeah, end it. Hit the
Okay.
button. What are we doing?
I was like, am I